Cortana! It's time to look at a brand new all-in-one from the folks at Lenovo. This is their new Yoga A940, and it's about half the cost of the very comparable, actually maybe even a little less powerful, Surface Studio 2. It's coming up next.
This is Twit.
This episode of Hands on Tech is brought to you by Mint Mobile. They provide the same premium network coverage you're used to, but at a fraction of the cost, because everything is online. Mint Mobile makes it easy to cut your wireless bill down to as little as $15 a month with their 3-month introductory plan, and get the plan shipped to your door free at mintmobile.com/hot. All right, just between you and me, this is my day off. I'm wearing glasses, I'm wearing sweats, but I'm kind of excited I had to come in on my day off. As you know, for the last couple of years, I've been using a Surface Studio, the big Surface all-in-one from Microsoft, on the roundtable set for This Week in Tech and This Week in Google and MacBreak Weekly. And I love it because I can draw on it, it's a big screen, I can telestrate it, but the most important part of it, unlike any other all-in-one, is the screen tilts down. It tilts out of the way, so we can do the show and I can look at my screen. It's not in the way, but then I still have access to it, and it really is a great setup. Lenovo at CES announced a brand new all-in-one with a very similar tilting feature. They call it the Yoga A940, and it just got here. So I had to come in on my day off. If this works, and I think it will, and we'll probably do a fuller review, not a first look review, but a fuller review after I've used it for a while. But if this works, this is a better deal than the Surface Studio. I actually skipped the Surface Studio 2. Microsoft, and I couldn't really understand this, with the Surface Studio, had this beautiful pixel perfect screen, 28 inches, gorgeous touch screen, with a very anemic computer, basically a laptop in it. Father Robert, as you might remember, did some brain surgery on know-how, put better hard drives in it, and that made it usable. But it was expensive, and I wasn't going to buy the Surface Studio 2 for $4,200 with the same anemic internal guts. So while I love the screen, I love the form factor, I just don't love the price and I don't love the features. Lenovo has done something different. First of all, you know I love Lenovo because one of the things I like most about Lenovo is Lenovo's ThinkPads almost always work out of the box with Linux. And as you know, I like to put Linux on my old Windows machines, even on sometimes my new Windows machines. And so that's one thing I'm considering with this Lenovo. But the other thing I really like about it, I paid less than $2,000 for this. It's got more RAM. It's got a real i7 processor in it. It's got real SSDs. It actually has 2 drives. It has I think it was a 512, I'll have to look at the specs, gigabyte SSD, NVMe SSD in it, and a terabyte spinning drive in it, which I think is a pretty good compromise. Although, maybe Father Robert will have to do some brain surgery on this a little bit later. So this is pretty exciting to me. I thought Lenovo came out with a very good price. Everybody at CES was very excited. They started shipping this just a couple of months ago, and as soon as I was able to get it, I ordered it. They had a big sale on it. The other thing that's great is for under $2,000, it comes with a pen. It comes with a knob, and I'll show you how the knob works a little bit different. This is a standard Lenovo power supply, and it's a big power supply, a big brick. But again, it's a desktop computer, 230 watts. That's a pretty hefty power brick. So let me put that aside. Here's the pen, and look at this. It's got one of those new, or maybe they're not new, just new to me, quadruple A batteries to go inside it. I like that. I'm a little disappointed though because I was kind of hoping the pen would be wireless charging, and I'll show you why that's a big deal in a second too. What else is in here? The knob. So Microsoft, as you know, sells as an extra for its Surface Studio a little knob that you can use as an artist, maybe pen in left hand, knob in right hand for undo or choosing colors. It's programmable. Lenovo is doing kind of the same thing, but the knob actually attaches to the side of the screen. It's a USB device, so it's in a fixed position. You can't put it on the screen, you can't put it on the desk. But I kind of like it that it's on the side of the screen. If it works well, I'll probably use this to scroll web pages as we're looking at them. And that's the other reason I kind of like having a pen, because in the early days at Tech TV, we spent a lot of money to actually buy what they call a telestrator. You know, the thing that they use on football games, where pow, boom, zam, to draw on the thing. That's a really nice tool for me when I'm talking about a website or talking about a video to be able to telestrate it. But telestrators are expensive, complicated. They require modifications to the switcher. Having it built into the computer is fantastic. This is a wireless Bluetooth keyboard, and I think the mouse is also wireless and Bluetooth. I do hope now, see, they have batteries. I was really hoping these would be wireless charging. All right, I'll tell you why. This comes with a Qi charging pad as well. And I was hoping I'd just leave the mouse and the key and the pen and on the Qi charging pad and charge it up when I'm not using it, but I guess not. Lenovo does make nice mice, and like Microsoft, these mice are kind of designed to match the computer. So it's got AA, AAA batteries too, so that's fine. Here's the keyboard. Lenovo's always made great keyboards. Microsoft's keyboard on the Surface Studio, even though it was a standalone keyboard, was still a little bit short travel. It wasn't the greatest keyboard I've ever used. I have higher hopes. Lenovo is really the king. The last PC maker, no, it's kind of a chiclet keyboard as well, but we'll see. It might be good. I'm gonna take that out of the wrapper. It's Bluetooth, so it will probably, I wonder if this will charge, because it didn't come with batteries. So yeah, this has got a little, micro USB. Come on, man. The other thing that I'm really happy about with Lenovo, and I was very unhappy with the Surface Studio, Microsoft's really slow on Type-C connectors. This one comes with connectors galore, including a Thunderbolt 3 Type-C connector. Hallelujah. All right, let's get the beast out of the box. This is a fairly hefty computer. You wouldn't want to use this, you wouldn't want to take it to the coffee shop. Although I know there are people who bring their iMacs to the coffee shop. Should I read this? I have no idea what that says. It's I'll save this for later. Oh, this is kind of an interesting touch. I guess you're supposed to save this. It's hook and loop. Maybe you save this as you do take it to the coffee shop. All right. It's a little bit smaller screen than the Surface Studio, 27, not 28, but I can live with that. It's obviously the most important thing on this device for me is the ability to kind of tilt it to get out of the way. So I kind of like that idea for an all-in-one, but I'm a kind of unusual user. So for that reason, this is kind of maybe something unique to me, but the idea of being able to tilt the screen down. So this is 25 degrees flat. I think this will still be fine. But look at this. This is really kind of interesting. So the idea here is when you are not using the keyboard or you don't need the keyboard, you can put it on that tray and it's out of the way. I think that's really a cool idea. And then the other thing I have to say I'm impressed with is this is a Qi charging pad. I don't know if it's a very high wattage Qi charging pad. I think it's not, but at least it's good enough to put your phone on while you're working, and of course it's got a little place for the pen and the mouse. That's pretty nice. One of the reasons people buy all-in-ones in their home is to eliminate wires and to kind of make it a clean-looking experience in their living room. I think that looks pretty good. Hands On Tech today brought to you by Mint Mobile, my new wireless service. Man, I love Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is the wireless company that provides the premium coverage you're used to. It's on the T-Mobile network, but at a fraction of the cost because they eliminated the stores. Everything's online. They cut the overhead, then pass the savings directly on to you. Get your new wireless plan with unlimited nationwide talk and text for just $15 a month with their 3-month introductory plan. And get it shipped to your door free at mintmobile.com/hot. I love the Fox. Mintmobile.com/hot. Mintmobile.com/hot. Let's see, what else? Oh, the knob. So I'm a lefty, so I want to use the pen in my left hand, which means I want to have the knob be on the right side. And the nice thing is it's lefty righty agnostic. So there's a little connector here. Actually, I'll take the one off that I want to use that opens up this USB port. It's magnetic, and then the knob, this is so brilliant. The knob just goes right in here, and now it's kind of a usable, tunable knob. I put it on the wrong side, but it's a usable, tunable knob as you're working. The other thing I like, you probably noticed immediately, these are speakers, big speakers right where you want them to be, in front. It's kind of like a sound bar almost. And look at these connectors. And this is something that really frustrated us when it came to the Surface Studio, is the connectors were all in the back and they were very limited. SD card reader, headphone jack, USB 3.1 Type A, Thunderbolt 3 Type C. John's going to love this as we flip it around. And on the back, it's got Ethernet, but also full HDMI. And this is really cool, with a button that makes it HDMI in or HDMI out. That means, unlike Microsoft, you can use this screen as a screen for another computer, or if you're a college kid, more likely you put a Chromecast in there, you make it HDMI in, and now this is your TV set. So I think this is ideal for a kid in a dorm room. Becomes not only their work computer, but their entertainment system. Let me just make sure as I sit down. This is the shot we have. This is feels a little smaller than the Surface Studio, but not
way low.
But it's a little more than low enough.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be great. I'm really excited. I'm going to put this on the other side because I'm a lefty.
There's a switch on the top.
That's the on-off switch.
Oh.
Is it? Oh, maybe that's the camera shutter. Hallelujah! Because the last thing I want when I'm doing a podcast is somebody seeing me. All right, let me put this in here. I love this, that this can be switched for lefties and righties. I know I will lose this, but for now, we'll put it somewhere safe. John, shall we power it up? All right, we'll be right back once we get some power. So we've got power on the machine. I'm just putting the quadruple A battery into the pen. One kind of little surprise. This is the Lenovo mouse that came with it. I love it. I can put the pen right there. This is the Lenovo mouse that came with it. A couple of surprises. One, it has a settable DPI, so you could set it to 800, 1000, or 3200 DPI. I guess probably for what I'm doing, I wouldn't need the high DPI, but if you're a gamer, you'd probably prefer that. The disappointment is this mouse, like Logitech's and other mice, uses a special dongle that goes in the USB port. So I guess it's a good thing this thing has a lot of USB ports, because I'm already using one to use the mouse. All right, let's open up the camera. And now, always the ritual with a brand new computer. Where did they put the power button? It's over here. Oh, you see one over there too? Oh, what does that do? Maybe I turn on the screen separately? These are Dolby Atmos speakers, which I've found to be really more just a marketing ploy than anything else. The Atmos sound on a little speaker is not going to be mind-boggling. In fact, I don't even know how you would do up-firing sound on this thing. But at least they provide a pretty decent speaker. All right, we're firing up the Lenovo. I did bring my Pop! OS key, so I could upgrade this to, and I mean it when I say upgrade this to Linux. I probably will at some point, because it has two drives, make it a dual boot system. One drive will have Linux, one drive will have Windows on it. But for now, let's use Windows, because I want to make sure the mouse and the pen work and the keyboard and everything like that. So first start, the Lenovo. This is their brand new all-in-one. They announced it at CES. It's out now. As I said, I got it kind of a sale deal of under $2,000. That's about half what the Surface Studio 2 costs. And I think in many respects a better computer, certainly a beefier computer. I'm really happy so far. We'll give you a final full review in a couple of weeks. But there's your first look on the Lenovo A940 all-in-one.
Keep up with all the hottest tech news and gadgets. Visit twit.tv. There you'll be able to find and subscribe to all our tech shows. Thanks for watching Hands on Tech.